Welcome to the 10-Day Growth Hacking Challenge with your host, Nader Sabri. In 10 days, we 10x the growth of a business using 3 growth hacks, using the methodology used in the Growth Thinking book. This is a design methodology that is used to accelerate growth. And there we go on the other side. There we go. And here we are, where today is a special day. This is the last episode of season 1 with our last contender, Hamdi Abu Aisha, who is an amazing guy, better known as Mr. Ice. He is going places. He is a serial entrepreneur. He's implemented not just the 3 growth hacks, but several micro hacks, which he'll talk about. And he's got a super secret, supercharged growth hack, which we will not be talking about, but keep tuned for in the future. We will be coming back and talking about it. Today, we're talking about growth hack number 3. Growth hack number 1 was related to gamification and ranking. Number 2 was related to a breathing journal, which we discovered a secret as well. We discovered that it did not exist, and we're now creating one. And in growth hack 1 and 2, they were designed to create more consistency in customer acquisition and retention. And the third growth hack is about more on the retention side, which is the relationship side and creating more consistency. So on that note, I'll hand it over to Hamdi. For those as well who are looking for more information, you'll find it below. I'll hand it over to him. Tell us about hack number 3, what has happened, what is going on, and what is about to happen with growth hack number 3.
Thank you, Nader. Thank you. Yes, as you mentioned, for the hack number 3, we will work on the customer or client relationship to build it more stronger, as it's the major one for the business. You know, what I'm doing is a service, and service is always linked with the quality of the service, and it will be ended or it will be continuous if this service is good or bad. So it's all depend on the client himself. So this is what I'm working on now. The hack number 3 is client relationship or client service. So in number 1, the gamifying, and also for the number 2, the breathing journal, is all part of the hack number 3. You know.
Yep. They all interconnect, basically. Yeah.
Exactly. 1 and 2 is all connected to number 3 because it will be part of the number 3. Hack number 1 was independent, and hack number 2 was independent. But hack number 3 will combine 1 and 2 and more. So for me, it's major, and it's more important than 1 and 2. It's not that number 1 and 2 is not important, but for number 3, hack number 3, the client relationship is more important, because if this one succeeds, the others will be definitely in the right way.
Yeah.
I told you for the hack number 3, which is client relationship, I did some of them, some of micro hacks, like always after the sessions, checking on the client, like the day after, how it was, if there's any comment or something. This is just to keep the relation, and also taking the feedback. Also, like sometimes they are asking for some questions, and to answer them in right way and immediate. This also one of the satisfying issues for the clients. But
yep.
Still, I'm looking for something like to be super.
Yeah.
You got me?
Yeah, I think what it is that, okay, so what you're looking for is creating a workflow that's automated. And the wonderful news about it is tech is cheap and easy today. And one of the tools that I'll recommend to you, and when I recommend a tool, it's not about, I think one tool is better. What I always do is like challenge contenders to go identify alternatives. And the alternatives basically is which one is better for you. It's not because I recommend that one or people are most popular with option number 1 that necessarily the best tool for you. In many cases, tool whatever number other than number 1 turns out to be better for me. In this particular case, though, is what we want to do is we want to automate 3 problems. 1 is scheduling, 2 is payment, and 3rd is workflow, maintaining and managing the relationship after they've actually come to the session. And so this is a tool called Calendarly. I pronounce it Calendarly, but it doesn't have the R in there, but you'll find it. And it's an automated scheduling tool. It's about $12 a month, if I remember correctly. And it allows you to collect payment on scheduling, and you control the schedule. And inside the schedule, you provide the details to the point within the description of the Calendarly invite. You can put all the details of how to prepare, how to get there, the Google map, everything that you would just keep repeating, you would automate in one shot. Then you get payment. Then the workflow is where the magic comes in, where after 24 hours after they've been to the session, you would send out an email with a survey, and that survey would give you structured feedback. Once that's done, you can then trigger in the workflow to give a call, right? You can call them up. Hey, I'm looking at your feedback. And then what you can do is then after that is you got to develop a calendar for yourself, content calendar, that is, that, after 24 hours, you get, for example, you get feedback. And then after 48 hours, you send out some content like, hey, here's some things that you may experience 24 or 48 hours after you've done the session. And here's what to do, common things that people ask or need help with. And then what you do is try to develop a content calendar where you're connecting with people on a frequent basis. Now, frequent is a relative term, meaning it could be every 7 days, every 14 days, every 5 days, or it could be 7 days, then plus 14 days. It doesn't matter what it is. The point is that you consistently are connecting and providing value, right? And that keeps you top of mind. So it could be like, here's 3 breathing techniques to do at work, or here's 3 breathing techniques to do on your way to work, or how to get the most out of your weekend, and email right before the weekend, right? So things that are like timely and well structured within a frequency that creates content that gets people excited. The other thing that you have that's really cool is integrating the ranking. So in the ranking, which is the gamification, you can send that out to your mailing list. So you would have maybe twice a week that you publish your one weekly one, which is the overall one, and then one of the specialized ranking, which is top female. And then next week you do top male, and the week after that you do top whatever it is. But you have so you'd have at the beginning of the week, which is your specialized one, and end of the week, which is the consistent ranking one. You figure out the schedule, of course, but it creates content for you. So you've got 2 email ideas right there that are weekly. On top of that, when they come to you, you have a consistent way of sending everything. Even if they go to you again, let them do the survey again, because you're collecting the data, right? Keep it simple, keep it to the point, but keep plugging in content that keeps adding value. And another thing is referrals. Use this opportunity to get referrals. You need to decide when to do that. I don't recommend doing it right away. You never know. That's for you to figure out, to test it. Try it right away. If it doesn't work, try it a bit after. If it doesn't work, try a bit later on and find out why. Asking for an immediate referral could be a good or bad thing. It could be great if someone had a great experience and they're really in love with the process. That's the perfect time to do it. If you need to do it later because it may be too aggressive, you need to figure that out as well. And providing an incentive for the referral is the right time to do it, is within that process. So if you do it immediately, you provide a referral, say, here's a $50 credit or 50 dirham credit, whatever it is, one for you, one for your friend for the next session, only if you bring somebody with you, or bring 4 people with you, or bring your family with you. Like, you'll need to kind of test that and see what kind of referral mechanism can work well for you. And that's it. I think that's how you can really bring hack 1 and 2 together into hack 3. And then in your book, of course, I mean, continue developing. And I know we've had some micro hacks, maybe we didn't write down, but I think we should get those micro hacks in there as well. And remember, so the idea behind the book is you've got 20 spots in there for the growth hacks. And so you should use all of them. Of course, if you finish all of them, you'll be welcomed into the All-Star program. We'll talk about that as we do the final review. But ultimately, I mean, I do challenge you to do that. So any thoughts on that, of course, or any questions related to creating that workflow?
It's good. Yeah, the workflow that you mentioned is really important, because as a startup business or any business, you need this workflow to guarantee that you are in the right track. Otherwise you don't know if you are going forward or going back, or you are still in the same place, as long as you are not measuring this flow. It's something, I struggled in the beginning, which is the bookings and the payments and what you mentioned. This is something was looking forward to take care of.
Yep.
And also the referrals that you mentioned now, it's something I should work on it, but in a way that can bring the attention of what we are doing.
Yeah.
As we said always, this is what I'm doing is a therapy, not a challenge. So
yeah,
we have to bring the attention to the people that
sensitively.
Yeah, you refer somebody, he need this or she need this therapy, not refer somebody, you challenge them to come and do it.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah. Referrals,
well, I can see like highly effective. So I just want to point out that copy, which is a content copy, a highly underestimated place when it comes to growth hacking, but can be one of the most vital ways of actually stimulating growth. For example, so as you mentioned, imagine a headline, have a friend who's stressed. Like imagine, it's simple but very powerful. I've got a friend who's stressed. And then in the content, you'd say, hey, do you have a friend who's got, you list like 3 to 5 of just the top things. Give your friend the gift of de-stressing or relaxation or whatever it might be. And so the content doesn't have to be long, the copy doesn't need to be long, but it's got to be very effective. And so it's one of these areas where people underestimate where good copy can go a long way in growth hacking, because good copy is about NLP. It's about neural linguistic programming, where you're able to tap into someone's mind and communicate with them in parallel. So it's not a sales pitch. It's about, hey, got a friend who's got stress. Here's one of the 3 to 5 things. Say if you want to help them out, click here. I'm giving you a $50 credit. Let's get started, right? So
exactly,
you'll need to kind of play with that and figure it out.
Exactly. This is the thing. Yeah, you need to bring the attention of the need.
Yes.
Because
exactly.
As long as you got the need, you will have to come and to take this service. And this is something we'll work on it, and we'll let you know. I think it's going to be an interesting thing.
Yeah, 100%. I think also it'd be a very interesting hack in the future, not now. But if you send like a little mini bag of ice, a little cute one like that, and you send it to them as a surprise, as a gift from Mr. Ice, all it can do is put ice in a drink, but nothing more. And you tell them, hey, come on back if you want more ice. You get what I mean? Just, yeah. Gotta be creative.
It's something, it's kind of, these things are like kind of the marketing thing,
Yeah, micro hacks.
And this keep the relation that what we are talking about the hack number 3, which is the relationship between you and the client. This can like imagine yourself is getting something like this, you'll be happy. Like these people are taking care and remember me, and also the thinking of it as a relationship, not only just your client come, take, pay, and go.
100%.
This is not a thing we are looking for.
Yeah, 100%. I love that. I mean, intention is important, and having good intention and wanting to help people is a really important part of running a good business. By the way, it's not all about money. It's about really wanting to help people. So I love that. I think that's great. Well, anyway, so that's hack number 3. Is there anything else that you wanted to add to that, or any questions? I know you'll continue to develop hack number 3, and you probably got an army of micro hacks now to get into the book and start experimenting. I'm really excited to see where they're going to go, man. Yeah.
Once you start with this and you start to open the mind for the ideas, and the important thing, Nader, the important thing is take an action, is always take an action. As long as you are thinking of something and think when it's time, I will do it, it will never happen.
Yeah.
Always take an action. And once you got the idea, start with it.
Yep. 100%.
This is all about the hack number 1 and 2, 3. It's all about, we do brainstorm and we got the ideas, we started, we immediately take an action and do it, and we start taking the feedbacks and the results.
Well, I mean, I think for those who are tuning in, I think it's interesting to tell them a bit behind the scenes, because we've been in touch daily, actually multiple times a day, which I love. I mean, that's what this is about, right? And the micro hacks being implemented by Hamdi is like, he's giving me like step by step, it's like a play by play. And I'm like, dude, keep it rolling. And he's just taking action. And, we had a couple of failures in the beginning, if you recall, and you're like, it's okay. That's what we want. And I was like, exactly. That's the mindset. We want the failure so we can move next. And it's working, right? It's moving along.
Exactly. Because you need this, as long as you test it, okay, and it failed, that will eliminate it, and you put it away and think of something new, okay? Exactly. Because if you thought that I have an idea, I will do it soon, and you keep thinking of it only, and you didn't test it, and when you test it, it failed, okay, you will be disappointed and taking your time to think of something new. No, take an action, test it, failed, no worries, because everything in this world have failure or success, Since it's failed, that means maybe it will be working with somebody else, or there is another way to work it, which we tested before, and one micro hack we tested and it failed, but we find out the solution of it, and it's gonna be tested tomorrow, actually. For the people who's watching us, we will test it tomorrow. And
please record it. Please record it, because I'd love to do like a mini, just kind of like a mini coverage on actually what happens with the micro hacks once it's ready to go, man. Please, this will be great.
Yeah, I think tomorrow we found somehow we managed to make it happen. First time it didn't work, but we managed to make it happen. Tomorrow we will gonna have the test, and I think it's gonna work.
Awesome. Awesome.
All the 3 hacks we are working on now, it's not came through like nothing. It's all of them are in here, but just take some time and discussing with people, and talk with like I'm talking with you, I'm discussing with you, like what you said. We are always in touch during the day, a couple of times, just discussing, because like I'm telling you, Nader, what do you think of this? And you will tell me, okay, this is thing. Or also you telling me like, Hamdi, I have this idea. I'll tell you, yeah, I tested or not. I didn't test it, and it's awesome idea. So it's all about keep talking with people. It's not only you have the secret of the world. At the end, it's something everyone can do it, but you have to do it in the different way to make it more unique,
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Hamdi Abu Aisha, better known as Mr. Ice. He is hacking the ice therapy space. Keep your eyes and ears open. More information below. Check us out in the next video. We're going to talk about the final review on the 3 hacks and the results that he's got. Thank you, Hamdi.
See you.